I know you guys want to be prepared for the moment Roccia drops, so in today's video we're going to break down everything you need to know in a quick format. I'm going to tell you guys the best teammates, the best weapons, materials to level her up, echoes, substats, and much more. So let's hop right in. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is team compositions, and while there are many characters that can work with her because she is a sub DPS slash buffer, I will say the bread and butter for her team compositions are going to be Camellia and Havoc Rover. Both of these are going to be incredibly good for Roccia's entire build, entire kit, and she is going to pair extremely well with these two units. Camellia specifically is going to take big benefits from Roccia's kits, so if you're trying to build yourself a Havoc team, this is something you're going to want to look for. Make sure you have yourself a Camellia, and if you don't have her, be sure that you have yourself your Havoc Rover well built. Now, you could also pair her up with Shishia, and overall, these three characters right here are the current holy trinity of units you want to pair up with Roccia. There are other characters you're going to be able to pair up to take advantage of some of the buffs, but if you want the best when it comes to pairing and team compositions, these are the three units you're going to want to go for. Now let's move on over to the total materials we're going to need in order to fully level her up. And like always, we need 2.2 million shell credits. We're going to need 46 cleansing conch, 60 firecracker jewel weed, 26 netherworld stairs, and to the right we have the total amount of tidal residuum and cadence blossoms that we're going to need in order to fully work on our character. Now, I know that saying you need all these materials might be a little overwhelming. Well, I'm going to link this page in the description of the video, but you can come right here and check exactly how many materials you need for each one of the levels. And if you scroll down on this page, you will see that you can also check the skill attributes and stat enhancements you will be getting as you level up your skills. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you will see that they have a calculator, so you know exactly how many resources you need to take them to very specific character levels, their skills to very specific levels. And as you can see right here, we're taking level 7 and level 70 for your character as a base formula because that's the most common place most people will be at. And as you can see right here, it tells you exactly how many things you need, and you can bring this all the way up to level 90, which is max character level currently, and it'll tell you exactly how many materials you need. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to add this here so people have ease of mind and they know exactly how many materials they need depending on the level they are. Now, moving over to the weapons, like always with every single new character, their best weapon is their own signature weapon. When it comes to her weapon, it's pretty damn good because it does give you a pretty nice crit rate bonus, and when it comes to the ability, it increases attack by 12% every time a basic attack or intro skill is cast, and heavy attack damage bonus is increased by 48% for 3 seconds, so pretty damn solid. Now, if you don't want to go for her weapon, she does have some other options like Variety's Handle and Abyss Surges. These are also going to be pretty damn good. One you might not have as it also belongs to another per se limited character, and the other one comes from the standard banner, so you pretty sure can go ahead and get yourself this weapon. And if you need something out of the blue, if you need something for your budget options, we have Mercado. Overall, all of these weapons are going to be pretty damn good, and they're going to work for very specific scenarios. Her own signature is going to be pretty damn solid, and it is going to work for other characters in the future. So if you do want this character, if you're heavy investing into the Havoc team, go ahead and get yourself this weapon. Now, as we move on over to the echoes, there is going to be 2 ways to build her depending on what you want to do with your character. Now, the ideal way to build her is maximizing her usability, which is going to be with the brand new Midnight Veil set. You're going to want your Nightmare Heron, and on top of that, the 2-piece gives you Havoc damage plus 10%, and the 5-piece, when outro skill is triggered, deals additional 480 Havoc damage to surrounding enemies. Consider outro skill damage, and grants the incoming Resonator 15% Havoc damage bonus for 15 seconds. Now, this is going to be your ideal build. For that, these are the echoes that you're going to have on screen, which are a little bit bigger than the ones to the right. Now, if you're on a budget, if you haven't farmed the echoes, or if you're trying to run her on a more overall basis, you can go ahead and run Moonlit Clouds on her. A lot of us might already have some of these builds, so as you get your echoes that you ideally want from the Midnight Veil, you can go ahead and get yourself some Moonlit Clouds that you're already using on other characters, slot them in on her, and you'll be all good to go. Ideally, and I'll say it once again, Midnight Veil is going to be the best bang for your buck, so you fully utilize her kit as best as you can. Now, moving on over to the Echo stats, you want to keep in mind she is going to work as a sub DPS slash buffer for the Havoc team. So with that in mind, for the forecast, you want to go for crit rate slash crit damage depending on your Echo luck and what you roll on your Echoes. For your 3 cost, you want to go for energy regen or Havoc damage. And for your 1 cost, you want to go for attack percentage. Now, for your substats, once again, crit rate, crit damage, energy regen, and attack percentage, and anything else in there that you want to use on her kit is absolutely fine. But these are the ideal stats that you want to run on her Echoes and her substats. Now, there is one more thing I want to show you guys, and this is how to go about getting extra resources so you can speed up your character's leveling. And the first place we're going to go to is Uncle Way. If you go over to Uncle Way, you will see that he sells several materials that are going to help you leveling up your characters, as you can see right here. And this is going to make everything so much easier. It might not be a whole bunch of them, but if you go out of your way, you can go ahead and buy yourself several of these items. And even if they're in the lower rarity, you will still use these and they will help you out a ton. So let's go ahead and buy some of these just to start getting ourselves set up. Our next stop where you can get some materials and make your grind a lot easier is going to be the Shi Fang Pharmacy. If you go over here and you talk to Coco, you will see that she sells a bunch of resources that you're going to need in order to level up your characters. So do be sure to come over here and talk to her in order to make your grind a lot easier. And if you guys want to come farm some of the flowers for yourself, this is going to be the locations for the flowers, so go ahead and get them yourself. There are other places you're going to be able to get these flowers, but these are just going to be right there, right next to each other. So do be sure you go ahead and grab them. Our next stop is going to be the Point Shop. And over here, you can buy a bunch of resources, as you can see. But if you go down to the bottom, you can also buy level up resources, and you can get quite a few of them. 60 of each to be precise. So you want to make sure you go out here and get these as soon as possible, especially because they're so cheap. And we have a whole bunch of these points that we can use in order to get these resources. And last but not least, we're going to go to the Tiger's Maw ore shop and talk to Shilang. And this dude right here is going to sell us some materials as well. Now, these materials do not refresh, or at least they haven't refreshed since the start of the game. But as you can see, you can get some nice little resources that are going to help you out leveling up your character. Another place you can come get some materials is the Still Wind Sundries. You're going to come talk to Vida right here. And as you can see, she has a bunch of materials that you're going to be able to use to level up your characters. So do be sure you're getting some of these materials. Now, if you're trying to get yourself some of the materials you need, you can come to the pharmacy store and talk to Rosemary, the NPC that does not look like an NPC. And she's going to give you some of the flowers you need in order to level up your characters. As you can see right here, there's going to be quite a big assortment of materials that you're going to be able to buy from her, and they're going to help you out a ton. So do be sure to go ahead and do that. All right, and that pretty much wraps up the video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, do be sure to leave a like and comment on the video, and you have a chance to win a Lunite subscription or a battle pass. I will be picking winners from this video forward on every single one of my videos, and do be sure to join my Discord for a very chill, helpful, and laid-back Wuthering Waves community. For now, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.